What's happening, people? 22nd of December. Hope everyone's doing okay. It's just this national 747 about to depart. Got here just in time. Birmingham Airport live. It's waiting on the 747 departure. Back for a Christmas live, guys. Birmingham Airport live. So waiting this 747 departure. A380 is due in a bit later. Although the fog settled a little bit. EasyJet just landed. Birmingham Airport live, guys. Just awaiting this beautiful 747 taking off. EasyJet just landing. Emirates A380 due in later. We'll be here for its landing and its takeoff a bit later on. Hoping this fog lifts a little bit. Lights are on for the 747, so that should take off very, very soon. A little bit chilly, a little bit windy, but it's not too bad. Feel free to drop a comment down below, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Have you broke up for Christmas yet? Are you excited for Christmas? And that 747 due out. Looks like a converted passenger 747 though, just by the upper deck's quite large for a cargo. So I'm thinking it might be a converted. I might have to have a look actually and see a flight radar what the crack is with it. I say, guys, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. EasyJet just in. Fair few aircraft on the ground here at Birmingham Airport. We're waiting to take off. That A380 coming in. Talking about takeoff, so it's our next. TUI 737. Into the fog. And away they go. Cheers, man. Yeah, so you got your national 747 taking off shortly. Lights are on, it will be pushing back very soon. Just seen that 737 taking off. Emirates A380 landing very, very shortly. Well, I'll say shortly, in about 30 minutes. Might be quicker, depending on the wind. Haven't seen a 747 at BHX for a long time, especially not now. First time seeing the national one here, to be honest. It's usually the Silkway that you see. Looks like the tug is coming in to attach, so I'll be pushing back shortly. Our next arrival looks like a Sun Express 737 in from Turkey. We have got that 747 going out very, very shortly, guys, so stay tuned in for that. Auntie, how we doing? You okay? Sun Express 737 just coming in, guys. We've got that beautiful 747 from National going out very shortly. Lights are on. Tug's just coming in for the attach, so that'll be going out shortly. A380 due a little bit later on. Feel free to drop a comment down below, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Hope everyone's doing okay. Looking forward to Christmas. Yeah, I thought I'd come down today and await this A380 arrival. So there is your national 747. It is touching back now. So we'll see that go off into the fog a little bit very, very shortly. It is foggy today, not too bad. It is chilly, but also not super chilly like it has been early December. That'll take the long taxi down to the other end of the runway now. This is Birmingham Airport live, guys. Our next arrival is coming in. That beautiful 747. Lufthansa A320 due to take off shortly. Our next arrival has touched down. Looks like a Ryanair 737. Could be wrong. Yep, Ryanair 737 coming in as a 747. What a shot that is. Ryanair coming all the way down. Must be heavy. Hi from New York. Welcome. Using all the runway here. The Ryanair 737. Very, very long land. Ollie Wheeler, yeah. Yes, mate. I didn't realise it was coming. I checked this morning briefly before I came, but it's yeah, and I was buzzing to see it was here when I got here, but it's just touching back now. Should be going off in about 10 minutes, I reckon. Very long way to come down for the 737 from Ryanair. Lufthansa A320 taking off shortly. Jet2 A321 looks like to be taxiing down. A380 due in about 20 odd minutes. Yeah, by looking at it, it was an old passenger 747 that's been converted, judging by the size of the top deck. Yeah, there was, but it's detached. It's just detached. The tug's just attached, mate. Your Lufthansa A320 off into the fog. And away they go. It is a bit foggy today, guys. It is a bit foggy. Not as foggy as it was the other day when I came. Yeah, tug's attached. Looks like it's just waiting for the clearance to get on its way now. Cheers for tuning in, guys. Feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. Jet2 737 on its way down. Ryanair 737 just coming in. Along with that Sun Express from Antalya. A380 is due very, very soon. See that King of the Skies land. Due in at, oh, it's gone back a few minutes, so it's due in at 35 minutes past. Currently flying over London. Feel free to drop a subscribe, guys. Let me know where you're watching from as well. Feel free to drop a comment, drop a like. Really helps the channel out. Still just holding the 747, to be fair. How's it going, bro? You okay? Yeah, and A380 due in soon, mate. Yeah. EasyJet on its way down as well, so a fair few aircraft on the way down to take off. 747 lights are on, probably just doing its last checks before he gets clearance. Taking its time, the Jet 2, to get off the ground. Must be heavy. Took that long, I thought it was landing. Off into the fog. Wasted no time, the 737. Birmingham Airport live, guys. Hope everyone's doing okay today. A few aircraft about to take off. Feel free to drop a subscribe on the channel, guys, on that road to 3,500 subs. Really appreciate it if you could help the channel out. Feel free to drop a comment, every little helps. Free to subscribe, plenty of content on there. Museum tours, aviation, military museum tours. Flight reviews, you name it, it's there. New content has been posted recently. Yeah, so flight reviews, airshow vlogs, aviation, military museum tours, you name it. A few recent uploads in the last month. So feel free to head over to the channel when you can. Check those out. Give them a watch. It is free to subscribe, guys. So feel free to drop a subscribe. Got an ATR 72600 just landing. In from Belfast. Universal Air. It's a new one for me. Must be standing in for Aer Lingus. A de Havilland -8400. A new spot for me. The Queen's on the move. 747 is on the move. It's like it's taking the long way round, though. Or is it just turning around? I think it's just turning around, to be honest. But then again, why did they... If it's got to turn round, why didn't they just reverse it the other way? Why didn't they just push it back the other way? Do you know what I mean? To be fair, it looks like it can, to be honest, from what I'm reading. Another one off into the fog. .747 with the clearance there. Let's see how much the runway actually uses. But there is a queue, so it probably will go all the way down to the bottom. Just crossing the runway now, the 747. Yeah, it's going to be good. Just a few more minutes and that 747 will be taking off. It's going to make its way down the taxiway, which is slightly just out of view for a couple of minutes, and then we'll be seeing it roar out of BHX in about 5 minutes, maybe less than that. It's not giving me any information of where it's come from or where it's going to. It's just so we'll have to just guess. I know the Silkway that's always here always goes to Baku, so yeah, that A380, about 20 minutes out, guys, on its way up now. It's a bit strange, that, to be fair. It's not like it's private, it's branded. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it could be. Reckon it's Air Force, mate. Well, being used for Air Force purposes. Could be, could be. Yeah, guys, cheers for tuning in. That's what I was thinking. That's why it's not got its call sign. So, could be off to Qatari, maybe. Yeah, cheers for tuning in, guys. Feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how everyone's doing. Christmas is coming. This fog is dropping as well, sadly. I did take the big coat off, but the big coat's going to have to go back on. TUI on the ground, Ryanair on the ground, Jet 2, Lufthansa still on the ground, fair few aircraft still on the ground. So, yeah, just waiting for this 747 departure, guys, which will come into view very, very shortly. Pedro, how are we doing? So, bear with us. Hope everyone's doing okay. Look forward to Christmas. The Christmas films have started. The Christmas munchies have started. Let's just have a look on this. I say, yeah, no information on where this 747 is going, but let's have a little bit more information. Let's have a quick look on it now. So another ATR 72600 just coming in. Let's zoom out slightly so we can get a full view of this 747, which is about to take off on the end of the runway, just lining up as we speak. Yeah, it's just lining up now. Sorry. Boeing 747, the Queen of the Skies. Getting a treat, will be taking off very, very shortly. And it's on the go. Be able to hear those 4 massive engines very, very shortly. Here we go. The Queen of the Skies on its way. It's my first up close takeoff for the 747. I always see it landing. Look at that, beautiful. Into the fog she goes. Never gets old, just like the A380. Never gets old. Never, never gets old. Yeah, so there are still a couple of airlines that do run the 747 as a commercial still. So Korean and Lufthansa still run the 747 in and out of Europe, to be honest. But yeah, it would be wicked. But you got to get over to like Frankfurt and stuff like that just to see the 747 being used. That 747 just took off, guys. Beautiful, beautiful take. Beautiful, beautiful takeoff here into the fog for the 747. Awaiting this A380. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. Feel free to drop a subscribe as well if you fancy it. Yes, just seeing that wicked 747 cargo departure, guys. And then the A380 will be landing in about 20 minutes. Feel free to drop a comment, guys. Let me know where you're watching from around the world. Birmingham Airport Live. Ryanair 737 just in. Just come out today for the A380. And then got lucky and seen that National 747 just take off. Beautiful taxi, beautiful takeoff as well. Yeah, glad to be streaming again after a couple of weeks off. Busy, busy December, as I'm sure everyone's having a busy December. Getting everything sorted for Christmas. Harvey, how we doing, man? You okay? As I say, guys, feel free to drop a subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Our next arrival is on inbound, on that road to 3,500 subs. Plenty of content on the channel: aviation museum tours, flight reviews, air show vlogs, you name it. Fair bit of content. About a year and a half, 2 years worth of content on the channel now. So feel free to go to check that out. Give everything a watch if you want to. Plenty of shorts, plenty of previous live streams, plenty planned for the new year. I've got one more video coming out before the new year starts, with part 3 of my IWM Duxford series from the American Air Museum. EasyJet A380 coming in hot. So you guys, just awaiting the arrival of that Emirates A380, the king of the sky. The Queen's just gone. The Emirates A380 will be landing in about 7 or 8 minutes. Just currently tracking it. It's just coming round onto its final now. In 3 minutes away. You're correct, it was a 319. And you start double checking flight radar. I'll blame the fog. Turkish Airlines 737 just lining up. Let's head back out to Istanbul. That A380, guys, is due any minute now. It's just on its final. It is a bit foggy, so we can't see too far in the distance. Just wondering, will the Turkish hold for the A380? You can see the king in the distance now, actually, to be fair. Just got an A320 from EasyJet landing. Looks like the Turkish may go after that, as we're 2 minutes out on the A380. So yeah, guys, just 2 minutes away from the Emirates A380, the king of the skies, landing. Just seen that 747 go off not too long ago. We'll try and catch the A380 departure as well. Emirates A380 due in about a minute and a half, guys. Stay tuned for that, as it will be landing very, very shortly. It is on its final. the Turkish 737 is going to take off ahead of it. Into the fog they go. About a minute away now, guys, on this Emirates A380. Stay tuned. Should appear from the fog any minute now, and we'll see it roaring down the runway as it comes to a halt. Currently at about 1,000 feet, just above. Taking its time to come down the A380. 1 minute away from that A380 arrival, guys. We'll see it come into view in about 60 seconds. I can see its lights in the distance now. Stay tuned, guys, for this Emirates A380. Still great seeing the 747 go off just. Here he is. The brakes on the King, they're working very, very hard. Will he turn off right in front of us? Or will he go right to the end? Coming to a full stop there. What a shot of the A380. Turning right in front of us. Hot in from Dubai. Still never get over the A380. Absolutely unreal aircraft. What an absolute beast of a machine. Just see it as it taxis down there. I think that's why we love aviation, really, to be fair. Seeing that 747 takeoff just, and seeing that taxi just then, absolutely amazing. Should be here sticking around to see that go out shortly later on as well, in about an hour and a bit's time. Runway dust being checked there after the King's landing. an Airbus A380 in from Dubai. Let's say, guys, cheers for tuning in. That was just waiting around, catching that. I'm still here, stay for a little bit. Hopefully, you're going to catch the A380 takeoff a bit later on, once it's done its turnaround, and a whole host of our aircraft in the meantime as well. Feel free to drop a comment down below. And drop a subscribe if you want to see more. Plenty of content on the channel, guys. Always good catching the A380. Lucky enough to be on the British Airways A380 from Los Angeles, LAX, all the way to Heathrow. And it was wild. 22 members of staff, not including the pilots. It's just a massive feat. Just going upstairs on a plane was wild, you know. Hopefully before all the Lufthansa 747s go out of commission, they'll be able to get a ride across the pond in one of those. I don't know if we can make it out, but just see if we can see the A380 just taxiing in between the fuel tankers there. The Emirates A380, one of the most premium airlines in the world. Got your Ryanair about to take off. Just getting a butchers at it. Emirates A380 just landed. Just seen about 20 minutes ago, seeing that national 747 takeoff as well into the fog. That was beautiful. Been treated so far on the stream today. Again, cheers for tuning in, guys. Always appreciated. Feel free to drop a subscribe or drop a comment down below. Again, the Ryanair taking its time. Wheels up into the fog. And away it goes. Just gonna have a squint at flight radar and see what we got coming up. Ryanair just touching back and be heading out shortly. Aer Lingus heading out shortly. Ryanair shortly. EasyJet, Sun Express. Looks like in just under an hour, we've got the 787-8 from Qatar, all the way in from Doha, from Qatar Airways. And about 2 o'clock, we've got the Boeing 763, which is basically just a versionless coming in. Another cargo. So we have got some decent aircraft due over the next hour or two, guys. So feel free to stick around. As long as you guys stick around, I'll stick around and get some of those heavies coming in. We have seen a 747 leave and an A380 arrive. That'll be due back out later on. Normally takes about an hour and a half turnaround on the A380. Hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how quick they are. Plenty of aircraft to come and go in the meantime. Ryanair just taxiing down now, 737. Cheers for tuning in, guys. Feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how your day is. Are you ready for Christmas? Are you excited for Christmas? Have you broken up yet from work? It's Birmingham Airport live, guys. Just waiting on our next departure, which will be this Ryanair 737. A couple of heavy jets due later on, plus the departure again in that A380. Arrival in less than an hour of that Qatar Airways 787-8 from Doha. We've got a 763 due in cargo later on today. Just saw that national 747 leave out, but it had no call sign. So, but it didn't look like a private. It was branded, but. Yeah, guys, cheers for tuning in. As I say, loads of content on the channel if you fancy subscribing. It is free. Plenty of content I've posted recently. Videos, airshow vlogs, you name it. Flight reviews. Plenty of lives from the past few months. And there's also hundreds of shorts which you can go back on. Check out some pretty cool aircraft from all over, really. London Heathrow, Manchester, Birmingham. Plenty of content for you guys to go back and binge watch, should you feel like you'd like to subscribe. So nice Ryanair 737 heading out next, just on its taxi down. Just heading onto the end of the runway. Off to Porto in Portugal. EasyJet A320 heading back out to Edinburgh as well. It's just beginning its taxi down. Excuse me. we go. Ryanair 737 off over to Porto. Probably warmer over in Porto. I can't imagine by much, but into the fog. The 737 goes the workhorse of the world's commercial aviation. Feel free to check out the bio, guys. Plenty of all the information on all the other socials are in there. A Lufthansa A340 crossing overhead over Warwick at 40,000 feet. Clipcraft, how we doing, man? You okay? Next arrival inbound is an EasyJet A320. We've got a A320 on the taxi down also. Good stuff, man. Glad you're okay. Feel free to drop a comment, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how everyone's doing today. Cheers, man. Your EasyJet A320. Jay Perry, how's it going? You okay? Yeah, hard landings, Clipcraft, to be fair, from EasyJet as well, along with Ryanair most of the time. Yeah, guys, cheers for tuning in. And a quality first sort of hour, really, with that 747 going off and that A380 landing and taxiing down right in front of us. Exactly what you want to see on day Christmas Eve morning. Say to maybe, how we doing, man? You okay? Good to see you again. Good to hear from you again. Cheers for tuning in. Should be an EasyJet A320 just taxiing down, going out of zone. Off back up to Edinburgh. I think I read somewhere, or I checked it out. I think it might be Edinburgh. Feel free to correct me, but Edinburgh is more east, position-wise, in the UK than Bristol is, and that's hard. It's hard to imagine. So if you walked from Bristol in a straight line up to Edinburgh, It's more, no, west, sorry, not east, west, sorry. Patrick, how's it going, man? You okay? J-Tim, how we doing? Ready for this next departure from this EasyJet. I'm waiting for this A380 to go back out as well. We've got a 787-8 Dreamliner from Qatar coming in. Good to be streaming back as well, guys. Feel free to drop a subscribe. It is free to do so. Plenty of content on the channel. Here's that A320 from EasyJet. Into the fog, there you go. Yeah, it was great seeing the King of the Skies close up. Great seeing that majestic, if anything, 747 departure. I've got a short, hopefully saved, so I'll be posting that as a bit later on for you guys to see. Brighten up a little bit here. Found it's not too cold. I started streaming at the beginning of the month and it was just absolutely, it was getting here, there was too much fog, too much rain, it was just atrocious. Although it is cold today. I'm waiting those bigger aircraft coming in and going out, so cheers for tuning in, guys, cheers for sticking with it. On that road to 3,500 subs, guys. Anybody that wants to subscribe, check out all the past content, feel free to do so. It's Birmingham Airport live. Probably my last stream before Christmas. I might pop back again tomorrow. Depends on whether the missus has me doing any more last minute preparations, but we shall see. Our next arrival was another EasyJet A320 in from Krakow in Poland, about 5 minutes out. So we'll reposition shortly when that comes in. Birmingham Airport live in the UK. England to be exact. say, guys, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how everyone's doing today. Drop a like on the stream if you fancy it. Even better, drop a subscribe on the channel if you fancy that. Ty, how you doing? You okay? Just waiting for our next aircraft to touch back and taxi down. Cheers tuning, guys. Birmingham Airport Live. Just waiting for our next aircraft to depart. Feel free to drop a subscribe, guys. We'll be dropping part 3 of my IWM Duxford Aviation Museum tour. So I've done part 1, part 2 on the first 2 hangars, the aerospace hangar and the aircraft sort of through time, and also the restoration hangar, which is really cool to see. You got the last flying Lancaster bomber, also the B-17 flying Fortress Sally B, also under restoration there as well. That's on the latest video that was out a couple of weeks ago. And then we've got the American Air Museum video, which should be coming out hopefully Boxing Day for you guys to have a binge watch. So feel free to drop a subscribe or put a reminder on if you fancy that. A few minutes out on this our next arrival. But yeah, plenty of other content, airshow vlogs, aviation museum tours, as I say, past live streams, flight reviews, you name it. The channel's growing. I'm growing with the channel, confidence-wise. So yeah, so bear with me. Plenty to come from the channel next year and the year after. So just had a big year this year, getting some content out. So a lot planned for next year. A lot of cool stuff planned for next year. Yeah, probably streaming till about 2 p.m. today, potentially, depending on how the weather goes. There is a helicopter apparently flying very low over the edge of the runway. which is causing the A320 to go around. So yeah, it's literally flying. I don't know if it's practicing at a landing or whatnot, but it's come from Retford and it's meant to be on its way to Leeds Bradford. So I don't know if it's the air ambulance service. So I'm not sure if there's been an emergency or it's just practicing. Let's try and get a closer look at this. Looks like it's turning on the runway. Oh, it's landing just shy of the runway. I'm not sure if you can see it because it's pretty far away and a bit foggy. It looks like it's landed off the runway, but it's caused the EasyJet to go around. Jet 2 on its way down on its taxi. Yeah, so it was meant to be going to Leeds Bradford, but it's been changed to Birmingham Airport just. So there must have been an issue. The Jet 2 737 off of the Gran Canaria, just making its taxi down. The A320 from Poland, it's back on its final again. Excuse me. Ryanair 737 also on its taxi down, so we get 2 of those departures very, very shortly once this next arrivals come in. Gary in Northampton, how are you doing, mate? Long time. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're ready for Christmas. As ready as we can be. It's all panic stations for some people, isn't it? These last few days. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I've not been streaming too much lately because I'm busy. And then I got the dreaded flu last week before, so I've had about 2-3 weeks of just been, yeah, and then the weather's not been the best, obviously, so it's just, yeah, I've not really been streaming too much, but glad of you guys that come back and pop back in and say hello, so appreciate it, mate. But yeah, on the mend now, ready for too much food, a few beers over Christmas. So it's an EasyJet A320 on the way in. And we've got Ryanair 737 on the taxi down. And a Jet 2 737 just following on from that. So we'll reposition shortly when these come in. Can't see the lights through the fog yet for the A320. There we go. About 30 seconds out from this A320. One EasyJet coming in, and we've got back-to-back 737s going out from Ryanair and Jet 2. Qatar Airways 787-8 Dreamliner due in about half an hour's time. That A380 due heading back out. Earlier on the stream today, we had that wonderful, majestic, queenless skies from National heading out. And then we had the landing of the A380, of course. Cargo 763 due in later on as well. All in the next sort of hour or two. is that EasyJet A320s. I had to go around quite a bit because we had an air ambulance land. Ames, how you doing, man? You okay? Good stuff. Good to know. Yes, guys, so I might try and get a cheeky trip down into London Heathrow in the next, sort of before I go back to work on the 5th. So during the Christmas sort of in-betweeny period. So yeah, might try and get that in. So do some lives from London Heathrow. Our next departure on its way out. You can hear it powering up down the end of the runway. Air India, I'm not sure, there might be an Air India due in later this evening, to be honest. I've seen it a few times, the Dreamliner that they send. It's Ryanair 737. Flying. Into the fog. Fog is lifting a little bit. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just getting over a bit of an illness, but it is what it is. Another arrival coming in over the dreaded flu, or it might be man flu. Building the paper A380, fair play, man. I've got a Eurofighter Typhoon kit that I still need to build, to be honest. And I've also got a die-cast SR71 Blackbird I got from IWM a few weeks ago that I need to put together as well. So I might do a little video on that and put it to the channel. Do love the A380 though, man. Ishan, how we doing? You okay? Our next arrival looks like it could be a Ryanair. Just came in. Blitz Aviation, how we doing? Yeah, so to be fair, it's just having the time to do them. Like the Typhoon model I got, it's obviously got to paint it, build it, and whatnot. But yeah, it's just having the time, as everyone could imagine. Everyone's busy at work and whatnot, but I need to start dedicating more time to get them on for my models. Really, to be fair. Ryanair 737 in from a city which I don't even know how to pronounce, so I'm not going to even try and butcher it. Jet 2 737 heading out very, very shortly, just on the end of the runway, waiting for this Ryanair to clear. Another Ryanair off to Milan, taxiing down. Jet 2 737 heading up. Is this Ryanair coming in? I'm not sure what that means, mate, but cheers for commenting, mate. Hope you're all good. Ryanair 737 just coming in. Ryanair, a short while ago, literally came right down to the end of the runway. So next, takeoff. Ryanair 737 off into the skies. Off into the fog we go. So waiting at Qatar Airways Dreamliner, guys. Jet spotter. Nick, how we doing? You okay? Chat Matt, how we doing? You okay? Yeah, so waiting for that Dreamliner from Qatar Airways shortly to land, and then obviously a little bit later on we got the Emirates A380 going back out. Hope everyone's doing okay. Feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how everyone's doing. Are you ready for Christmas? Are you excited? Got anything under the tree you know you're waiting for? Emirates A380. Yeah, cheers for tuning in, guys. Birmingham Airport Live. Just waiting for this Qatar Airways 787 Dreamliner to come in. Few aircraft heading out now. Sunflowers, how we doing? You okay? You know, Ryanair 737s all over the shop today. But cheers for tuning in, guys. Anyway, cheers for spending some time with me. Probably got another hour left on stream. Just waiting for this Qatar Airways 787-8 to come in. And hopefully catch this Emirates A380 takeoff also. So feel free to drop a comment down below, guys, if you're new. If you've been here the whole time, or been on stream before, welcome back. Got a pair of ATR 72600s. Hello from Ohio. Jared, how we doing, man? All the way from across the pond. You okay? So back-to-back ATR 72600s heading out. Well, one ATR and then one de Havilland -8400 from that Universal Air heading out. Good stuff, man. Good to know. Must be early morning over in Ohio, right? I'll say early morning. About 6, 7 a.m. for you, huh? $7:16 a.m. I thought so. Sure. Aer Lingus ATR 72600 back over to Belfast. Oh no, this is that Universal Air actually. That de Havilland just cutting the queue, it would seem, into the fog. Just checked flight radar and it was behind. ATR 72600 should be up next. Yes, guys, waiting for that Qatar Airways 787 Dreamliner, the A380 to push back and leave, but that's not for about an hour's time. Here's your Aer Lingus now, after waiting patiently behind that Universal Air. Straight up into the fog. For the Aer Lingus. That Qatar Airways is due in about 12 minutes time for the 787 Dreamliner. The workhorse of long haul flight, to be fair. Used to be the 777. Well, this 777 still is very prominent. But the 787-8 is due very, very soon. From Doha in Qatar. And about 1:40, the Emirates A380 is heading on out. Feel free to drop a comment down below, guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Hope everyone's doing okay. Birmingham Airport live. EasyJet A320 heading on the taxi back out over to Belfast. Followed by a Ryanair back over to Barcelona. And an A319 that we seen land earlier back over to Amsterdam. MSO, how we doing? You okay? And then we got another Ryanair 737s. Literally Ryanair everywhere. 4 Ryanairs heading out very, very shortly. It's a Ryanair day today with the odd heavy thrown in between. 10 minutes out on that 787. From Birmingham, nice to meet you, man. Is that Birmingham, UK? Nice one, man. Nice one. Cheers for tuning in. Someone local. Feel free to drop a subscribe on the channel, guys. It is free. Plenty of content for you guys to binge watch if that's what you like. On that road to 3,500 subs. A cohort of 737s heading out very, very shortly. Oh, you love weather like foggy and cold. Yeah, I tell you, anyone from the UK doesn't. I'll tell you that now. Give us a good 15 to 20 barbecue weather, that's what we like. yes, guys, just waiting for our next set of departures. They're all taxiing down currently. We're back to back, about 4 aircraft prior to this 787-8 Dreamliner coming in. It's an EasyJet sandwich for the Ryanair. EasyJet A380 taking off next, up to Belfast, followed by our 737 from Ryanair over to Barcelona, and then a A319 off over to Amsterdam. Just turned onto the bottom of the runway now. So in about 30 seconds, we should see that aircraft rotating upwards out of Birmingham Airport. And here we go. No messing around from EasyJet. Off back up to across the channel. Not the channel, the Irish channel. Is it the Irish channel? No, we've got the English channel separating us from France, but is it the Irish channel that separates us from Ireland? Ryanair 737 up next over to Barcelona. Wish I was going to Barcelona. I reckon it'll be a lot warmer than it is here today. But it's kind of like a muggy warm, so if you wear your big coat, you're a bit sweaty, but yeah, it's too cold without it. Cheers for tuning in. Anyway, guys, feel free to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below, drop a like on the stream. Really helps the algorithm on pushing the stream. Part 3 of my IWM Duxford series will be coming out over, hopefully on Boxing Day. Gonna finish getting that edited today / tomorrow. Ryanair 737 currently hurling its way down the airfield. The Irish Sea, that's it, not the Irish Channel, the Irish Sea. Ryanair 737 off over to warmer, sunnier Barcelona, I'm assuming. Straight into the fog. Next up is the A319 over to Amsterdam. Just had another 737 from Ryanair follow that as well, so that's going over to Valencia. Not too far from that, only a few minutes out now from that Qatar Airways 787 Dreamliner, guys. which is now on final, only 3 minutes out. Straight into the fog. About 2,000 feet for this 787 Dreamliner. The Dash 8, the smallest of the Dreamliners. You got the 7, 8, I mean the 8, 9 and 10, sorry. Ryanair off over to Valencia. Just turning onto the runway now. How are we doing? You okay? Fortnite. I hate this. Yes, I don't really like the fog either, mate, to be fair. Scridley, how are we doing? You okay? Just in time for that 787. It's not gone from the very end, so it will be a bit of a late takeoff here for the Ryanair. You too, mate, you too. Cheers for tuning in. It's been a bit hard to come out and go live, to be honest, because the weather has just been atrocious, and it's slightly warmed up a little bit, but then I got ill, so I'm only just getting over that now. So yeah, so it's one of them. The weather sort of picks up a little bit towards the middle of December, and then of course I get ill, and I'm out of action for about a week and a half. So yeah, just thought I'd get back out, feeling a bit better today, so I thought I'd get back out and do a stream. Yeah, so I caught that. Yeah, I caught the A380. It taxied right in front of us. I'm gonna upload a short I've got of it, sort of, you know, coming to a halt and then taxiing right in front. So look out for that short, and you'll see it. 787-8 Dreamliner coming in. Yeah, I tell you, I've just literally come out of nowhere, the illness did, and I was on the sofa with a good book for a few days. But to be fair, it's kind of what I needed with all the Christmas sort of mayhem. See that 787 in the distance now. You saw a wicked 747 cargo takeoff earlier in the stream, so that was great to see also. No worries. Here's your 787-8. Will it turn off quickly, or will it come down right now? It's going to come down right in front of us, I think, and grace us with its presence. Yeah, so it's normally a Silkway, but it was a national one, which was great. Not seen one of them before, as I say. Beautiful shot of this 787 now turning in. Clipcraft, how we doing, man? Welcome back. No worries, man. Sorry about that, a little shaky there. The Dreamliners are so beautiful. Special livery here on the Qatar 25 years of excellency livery. Oh yeah, definitely. The 787s are something else, to be honest. I didn't go this year, but I went last year. Oh yeah, the A380 is just, it's one of my favourites. It's getting a lot of stick lately, the A380, for being ugly. I don't know why. I don't know how nice they expect it to be for a double decker, you know? I still like it. Yeah, so I went to air shows I went to this year. I went to Riyadh for the weekend. That was great. And I went to the Paris Air Show this year. That was also great. First time going over there. First air show overseas, to be honest. So it was great to get over to the Paris Air Show. A few lives from that, by the way. And a vlog on the Paris Air Show. And on Riyadh, to be fair. I've got a vlog from Riyadh this year. I did try going live at Riyadh this year, but they threatened to kick me out as well. So, so they've seemed to have someone's monopolised the live streams at Riyadh. A beautiful 787-8 Dreamliner. Hope everyone's doing okay. Cheers for tuning in. Feel free to drop a subscribe on the channel. Feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know how everyone's doing. Yeah, we'll be trying to get out and sort of stream live more constantly again soon. Andre, how are we doing? Just the weather's been terrible in the UK. Foggy, sort of freezing, raining. So as it gets sort of drier and a bit more warmer as we go into the new year, I'm back to my usual posting going live a few times a week. So I think if you told the right bros that they would have a toilet on the plane in the future, they would think it was wild. Let alone showers and all types of aircraft, fighter jets, delta wing aircraft, and it'd be crazy. Vincent Garcia, how we doing, mate? You okay? Imagine just being those guys, though, being the pioneers of how we get around this planet. Without them, well, eventually I reckon someone would have done it, but, you know, without those guys, how far back would we have been for air travel? Clipcraft, how we doing? Just imagine it though, like if those guys telling their friends and their partners and whatnot, yeah, we're going to create this this vehicle that goes in the air, and everyone they probably would have been laughed at, you know. Just waiting for our next arrivals and departures, guys. It's been a good stream. We've got 3 different types of heavy on stream today: 747s, A380s, and a Dreamliner. So it's been quite good. Usual suspects here you get at Birmingham as well. Your 737s, A320s, and all that jazz. No A321s yet today. My favourite small aircraft. My favourite narrow body, the A321. Was the 757, but most of those are retired now, especially here in the UK. I think Jet2 are the last ones to fly them, and then they retired them. I'm not sure if there's any 757s still running in the States commercially. Back at Riyadh, I got to go on the Royal New Zealand Air Force 757. That was great. Got to go in the cockpit and whatnot. Sound. Our next arrival is inbound. Lufthansa A320 just coming in. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm a bit quiet today. I don't mean to be. Normally I'm very talkative. But still getting over a bit of an illness. But it was driving me crazy being in the flat, so I thought I'd better get out and better do some filming. For I think that air ambulance aircraft is taking back off again. They must be doing drills. Because this was meant to land at Bradford earlier, but he ended up coming over here. Over to Birmingham. Beautiful halo though, to be fair. Potentially off back up north. Oh. Guys, so it's good to get back on stream, speak to everyone, see everybody. Yeah, to be fair, it was meant to land at Bradford earlier, and it basically caused one of the EasyJets to go around, and it was just hovering at like 500 feet at the end of the air, under the runway. But then it's landed, so I don't know if it was just practice, but then it changed to BHX. So I'm not sure if it was an emergency. He didn't say it was diverting, but I'm not sure if it was just... I'm assuming it might just be practicing, maybe they're training. Yeah, guys, we'll have a short for you guys tonight. Currently, I've started editing the next video / vlog that's coming out. We'll finish editing that tomorrow, and then hopefully get that on Boxing Day for you guys. Maybe day after Boxing Day, we'll see. But I do love Christmas, so I do try and celebrate it as much as I can. Don't really care for the gifts, but I care for like the festivities. Yeah, to be fair, in the summertime, as you've probably seen, there was we had the RAF Wedgetail here. You get some C-17s, some Atlases here as well. I'm not sure if we had C-17s actually, I'm probably wrong there. But I know we had Atlases from Saudi, and we had the Wedgetail practicing for Riyadh, touch and goes and sort of abortive takeoffs and whatnot. It was great to see, to be fair. And those two big hangars ahead of us just over there, I don't know if they've finished them by now, but they had a company had the contract to actually convert 3 737s into RAF Wedgetail reconnaissance planes, and they were pushed out on one of the streams the other month, and it was great to see. Some of them had no engines, one had no nose cone. It was wild. Good to see Birmingham sort of base companies getting that sort of work though. Our next arrival. Looks like an Aer Lingus A380. EasyJet A320 heading over to Antalya shortly. I don't know if I could spend 5 hours on an EasyJet A320. A couple of hours maybe, but I don't know if I could spend 5 hours on an A320. Those guys jetting out for a holiday to Turkey for Christmas, or those just going back home. To be fair, I wish I lived closer to an active, more of an active military base, like Lakenheath, who the United States Air Force use. Just see a bunch of F-15s going in and out of there all the time. Or up in Scotland. You've got Lossiemouth, where there's a lot of the Typhoon Force are based there as well. So I really did wish I lived closer to and more active Air Force Base. Right guys, probably we do about another 10-15 minutes on stream today, then I call it a day. Oh wow. I say hopefully before in the next, well, either tomorrow morning or just before the new year, we'll try and get another live in, and then into the new year we'll be going live a lot more regularly as the weather starts to pick up and the fog starts to leave. We'll be back to work then, so I'll be back to doing the evening streams between 5 to 7 p.m. UK time. See, that's one aircraft I've not seen live in person yet, is the I've seen F-35s, F-18s, F-15s. I've never seen an F-22 yet, and I really want to see an F-22. You guys, cheers for tuning in, guys, anyway. Well, to be fair, they look cool, to be fair. They definitely look the part. Oh, 100%. The wings are just great on it. I'm not sure if I prefer the F-35 though, because I see a lot of F-35s here in the UK and around Europe. I like the F-35 to be fair, but the F-22 it just sounds wicked as well, doesn't it? The next arrival is inbound. Our next arrival looks like a KLM. Embraer, could be wrong. There we go, KLM, all the way from Amsterdam. Nah, mate, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Every comment helps, and I love having a chat with you guys. To be fair, it's just I think some streams you just get more traffic than others. To be honest, I think we'll also switch back to sort of the evening streams. Well, evening for me, probably about midday for you. A lot of the older regular guys you used to have will be back on as the weather picks up. Lynn, how we doing? You okay? It's got a little bit quiet here at Birmingham Airport. It's had some highlights though, this stream has today, to be fair. Started off very strong. Cheers tuning in, guys. As always, appreciate all of you tuning in and spending, even if it's 5 minutes on the stream. Helps the algorithm, helps YouTube get the content out there. And as I say, feel free to subscribe. It is free. Feel free to check back on all the content if you want to see me. Attempt vlogs and airshow vlogs, flight reviews and whatnot. Military aviation museum tours. Check out the latest videos on the channel. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Freezing, but good. But yeah, trying on that road to 3,500 subs, guys. So feel free to drop a subscribe if you'd like to see more. I do post. I've got some socials in the bio on YouTube as well, so you can see where I post regularly on the TikTok page, on the Instagram page. Just started sort of Facebook page, which I'm starting now. Yeah, just starting to build, as I say. Still building the TikTok. That's probably the biggest page I have after the YouTube, and then just starting to build the Instagram now and the Facebook, really. As I'm getting sort of like working out, becoming better at editing and whatnot, and doing all the clips and all that jazz. But it is quite time consuming, so, but it'll be worth it as it grows the channel, and I enjoy doing it, so. But I enjoy just going live as well, to be honest. As I say, a bit quieter today, just as I'm still not feeling great. But yeah, trying to grow the TikTok, trying to grow the rest of the social media as well, so I can sort of spread the content out there a bit and try and get a bit more exposure. And here's our next takeoff. Thank you. Yeah, link should be in the bio. I'm starting to post often on the Instagram along with the TikTok as well, so I just need an app though that could post everything. So once I post on YouTube, it just posts it on all other free social medias at the same time as well. Not really. You just, I'm saying, just as you mentioned, that little sort of noise from the safety car there was getting rid of birds. So you get birds, that's about it. But that's what that little noise was. Mainly birds, obviously usual foxes and whatnot. But as far as I'm aware, not really much other than that. Just your usual British sort of wildlife, really. Rodents and birds and foxes. Maybe they have badger, but I don't think you get much like that actually on the runway, as they're sort of like the airside safety team are always on it. Exactly, yeah, I thought that literally as you said it, I was about to answer and bosh, you said it. Just thought, yeah, let me give him a toot. It's always the way. Right guys, so cheers for tuning in this morning / afternoon. Seems a great aircraft. If you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to subscribe. It is free. Feel free to check out some of the content that's already on the channel: airshow vlogs, flight reviews, aviation museum tours. A lot of shorts on there as well. So yeah, feel free to have a browse through the channel, have a subscribe, really helps the channel grow. And as I say, it is free. So those that have subscribed already, thanks. Those that tune in regularly, you know who you are. Cheers for tuning in. Cheers for having a chat. It's good to see you all, good to speak to you all. And I'll be seeing you all very, very shortly. See you on the next one. Cheers guys, all the best, and I'll see you soon.